Alright, so this is my audience. Okay, 4. Alright. Today I'm going to inform you on the safety precautions to take when curling your hair. I'm also going to inform you on the process, how to curl your hair with tips and tricks to have perfect curls as in results. First, let's talk about all the different types of curling irons there are. So this is the regular one I use all the time, and just a regular iron with a lever. And then here's a wand. Wand can come in different sizes. It can come in like little different shapes too, or the barrel can be thicker. There's also crimps and marcels out there that marcel is kind of like this. It has a longer lever, but instead of being like springed, it's loose. And I get that there are bad habits to break when curling hair, and some people don't know that, so I'm going to get into that and talk to you about that. So I have plenty of experience with curling hair because I curl my hair a lot, like special occasions, church, a banquet, school, or just regular every day. So let's get into the safety of curling hair. One safety factor when curling hair is knowing your iron. So I know my temperature, the highest is always 450 because that doesn't change. I have this one. And then my lowest or my minimum temperature it can get is 280 degrees. I know where my switch is on and off. I know that this will help it stand up and sit down and plugs in. And basically that's just knowing all about your iron and what it does, because some are different. Some have like digital heat that you can plug in, the newer ones. But according to Luxy, which is a website, it is important to understand all the different shapes and sizes of your irons because it's important for your hair, and you'll benefit from most of it also. The second safety point I want to make is understanding the importance of timing. So when you do your hair, which I have curled half of my hair, actually way more than half. I just left some not curled, so we can get into that. So timing is a lot. When you do your hair, it's important to time it. So take your time and make sure I count to 10 seconds for every curl, and I roll it up, and when it gets to the top, that's when I start to count to 10. So I'll just count to 10. 1, 2, 3. And heating plays a big factor. The hotter you have it, sometimes the less time you have to be spent on a curl. So I always keep mine at 400, and the highest basically 450. But yeah, so I'll do that, and I'll show you what happens when you don't time it and you just wrap it up and unroll it. So like, just wrap it up and unroll it. It's very loose, and with a curling iron, it also straightens your hair, so that's not very like sleek and straight. So we'll take our time, and I will finish my hair throughout the video. The second thing is allowing your curls to cool. So when you want to redo a curl because it's not good enough, let it cool, and you'll have time to do it at the end, because if you go on and you apply so much heat after, sometimes it will burn off. So here are some prepping that we're going to get into for curling your hair, because we talked about safety. Now let's go into prepping your hair. Depending on your hair type, there are tips and tricks that you can take as precautions. It just depends. So like most girls, like me, we do not wash our hair before we curl it, because the dirtier the better. I know that sounds strange, but when hair is cleaned, it's very soft, and sometimes it's even wet right after the shower. And when you have soft hair, it's hard for curls to stick or to keep its shape. And so I think it's easier, just depending on what hair type you are, because if your hair is dirty and it's oily, then you need to wash it, because it's harder for it to stay like that too. The rougher the texture, the better the curl will stay. So according to Insider, before you even touch your hot tool of your choice, you should use a heat protectant. This will prevent as much damage on your hair as possible. So I have a heat protectant And I will show you on this side what that will do. I'll just spray some. I don't want to get too close when I spray it. I'll spray it farther away. The closer you get and you curl it, it will get crunchy, and so that's not good. So using this, it will help protect your hair in the long run. It will also give it a sleek shine and whatnot. So with the tricks I will show you, your curls can look as trendy as you want them. So there's different types of curls and looks girls go for, whether it's beach curls, tight curls, or just big curls. It all depends on your curling iron. The bigger the barrel, the better. And also, I have some tips that I want to show you that can save you time and effort on curling your hair. So when you're curling your hair, it's hard sometimes to make it all look clean. So I always make sure to curl away from my hair, and I'll show you. So I take my piece and I clamp it where I can see the clamp, and I curl it away on the outside. And that will give it like that. Curl it away. And that right there will open your face up and make it look softer around the front of your face. And then making your curls in the same direction will also make it very uniform, so it doesn't look rough or even crazy, like it's not done. You can leave out the ends of your curls, like a 1 inch, to make it more of a beach look, and I'll show you that. So here's this beach look. So I will just go down to about an inch, and then I'll curl up. Sometimes I go more than an inch just because my curling iron will slip down, and so I know that. Just again, that's important about knowing your curling iron. So there's more of that. I run sometimes my hands through it, depending if I want it to be loose or tight. Also, do not rush through curling your hair because each strand needs its own time and certain heat for it to stick. And according to Matrix, angles matter. So you know how some girls like have really tight, small curls? That is because their angle they're using, and I will show you. For a tighter look, they go horizontal like that. And I will conclude that. So vertical is looser curls, like beachy curls, and then horizontal angle is more tighter curls. So thank you for listening to my tips and tricks on how to curl hair, and I hope you, after this, you have learned something new and would like to try it on yourself. Also, make sure to be safe when trying these tips and tricks for curling your hair. Thank you for listening. I'll be informing you how to curl your hair to perfection. Bye.